stuff happens. Be prepared, have fun. Be prepared, have fun. Oh, another travel hack. Make sure your phone has data and service. Call T-Mobile and say, hey, I'm going to Mexico. Do y'all provide service in Mexico? Guess what they do? You can go to Mexico, talk and text for free. Don't try to do that in Europe. I got a $300 bill because I was calling and texting in Europe and it wasn't free.
One touch feeling like 1 million. People just say what you like a cinema.
Hey Glam Crew, it's your girl, Nikki the Glam Teacher. I literally just booked a 5-day vacation for me and my son. We are going to visit a warm, beautiful Caribbean island, and literally our flight was $390. That's for 2 tickets. That's including fees and all of that. All right. Then the place that we are going to stay is literally 5 steps from beautiful white sand beaches. Okay. Yes. It's a gated community. They have a convenience store on site, a swimming pool, and it's close to the club. Yeah, close to the club because, you know, mama got a party on vacation. But don't worry, I found a nanny that's going to babysit and entertain my child for $25 the whole day. Meanwhile, in the USA, babysitters are charging $25 per hour. What? You deaf? Woo. Anyhow, in this video, I am going to give you real life examples and give you step-by-step details on how you can book your own vacation on a budget like I did. I'm going to put screen recordings somewhere to give you real life examples and steps on how you can book your own vacation, all right? Also, the place I said we're staying at, $328 the whole 5 days, all right? And that includes the cleaning fee, all fees, taxes, nothing extra. That's the total price, flat out. I am not asking y'all to buy a master class. I'm not asking y'all to do anything extra besides watch this full video, like, comment, share. That's it. I try to respond to every email, every DM. I'm only one person, and I'm not charging y'all to give travel advice. Now, for the ones, y'all know, y'all be coming to my email asking me to plan your whole vacation. I'm going to charge you. My time is not like, what? All right. Anyhow, y'all about to give me another headache. All right. We're not doing that. So anyhow, pay attention to the video. I'm going to give step-by-step directions on what to do to book your travel vacation. I'm breaking it down in 6 easy steps. Okay. Right here. Somewhere, I'm going to put in those 6 steps, but what you can look forward to is first, picking a destination that is within your budget. 2, picking your flight, booking your flight. 3, booking your accommodations. 4, looking for excursions and activities to do. 5, putting it all together and planning the final details. 5 is going to be very important. And then 6 is to pack and enjoy. And right here, I will put a link to my video that I already have with packing tips, especially when you're flying Frontier or Spirit and you're only bringing a carry-on item, which flies for free. So make sure you check out that video for packing tips. Okay, so first you want to think about where you want to go. Do you want to go somewhere warm? Do you want to go somewhere cold? Are you staying domestic or going international? Those are the things you need to think about. I will put a screen recording here. Sometimes I just let Google decide for me based on the cheapest flight. Travel hack number 1, right here. This is how you search for cheap flights to destinations. Let Google lead the way based on the month or the days you're traveling, and just book somewhere that is the cheapest to fly to. Also, when you're thinking about your destination, make sure you are thinking about your budget. If you know you want a tight budget, you might want to travel somewhere that is overall cheaper than most places, like food, transportation, places to stay, activities. You're going to need to research all of that to make sure you can afford it, because you might can catch a cheap flight, but once you get there, everything is expensive. Food, transportation, everything is expensive, okay? So you need to do that when you're picking your destination. If you all want a video on places that are cheaper than most places versus expensive, let me know. Right off the bat, I can tell you places I've traveled this year. El Salvador was the cheapest overall. Flight was cheap, places to stay was cheap, food cheap, transportation, activities, all of that was cheap, no crazy restrictions. The most expensive was St. Bart's. Woo! The Uber's expensive, the food expensive, to sit down on the beach expensive. Don't do it if you call yourself budget traveling. Okay, now once you pick your destination and you're booking your flight, like the screenshot showed how to book your flight, if you're the type of person that likes to have nonstop flights, you can adjust the filters to fit your needs. Some of those filters will cause the price to be higher. Traveling on holidays, traveling weekends, it's going to be higher. Also, it is best to book like middle of the week, middle of the night. Prices are cheaper. I was looking for the same flight during the middle of the day on Thursday. Then prices was high. But then on a Wednesday at 2 in the morning, prices were low. So, another little travel hack for you. And now it's time to look for accommodations. Know what type of accommodations you want. Some places you might can go stay with family. You might pick a resort. You could do an Airbnb. You can do a hostel. There's all different type of accommodations. Research and pick what works best for you and your budget. Here, I will put a screen recording of what I do. I use Airbnb. I'm always going to use Airbnb because they always have my back. If there's any issue with the host, I get my money back. They cover me, all my needs. Customer service is always there if I have any questions or concerns. Also, Airbnb works with any budget. Whether you want to be bad and bougie and spend all this money, or if you want to be bougie on a budget, you're going to find it on Airbnb. So I will put a screenshot here of what I do with Airbnb. And don't worry, this video not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by anything that I named yet. We're going to get there. In the description box will be my email, so you can contact me if you are a brand and want to sponsor. Also, with Airbnb, you want to make sure that you read the full description and you know what you're paying for. If there are any extra fees, contact the host and message them if you need any clarifications before you book. Travel hack number 3. So, you have now booked your accommodations. Now we need to look at excursions and activities. Are you the type of person that likes to sit and chill on the beach? Are you the type of person who likes adventures and you want to go do all the skydiving, monkey bars, and hoorah, ATV riding, jump off of cliffs and explore mountains and volcanoes? Is that you? Or are you traveling with your family? You got kids, granny, all of that, okay? Think about what this vacation is for you and what you want to make out of it, all right? This trip, I plan to chill on the beach with my child and go to the club. Emphasis on go to the club, all right? So this is why I picked an accommodation that is close to the beach. I can walk to the beach. I don't have to worry about transportation because literally everything that I need is going to be within a 5-minute walk. Restaurants, everything is right there. And did I tell y'all it was only $328 for 5 nights? Woo! God is good. All right, back to activities. Now, one thing I want to remind y'all is keep a list of things that you want to do, like a bucket list. Things you want to do, places you want to go. A few years ago, I saw that dinner in the sky in Dubai, and I'm like, wow, this is nice. I'm going to do that. but the flights to Dubai are out of my price range, okay? So I Google searched and read travel reviews, visited travel groups, Instagram pages, Facebook pages, TripAdvisor, Airbnb experiences. Woo, that'll be your best friend right there. There's all type of things. There's another one, Vader. That's another good one. Now, when I use those different apps, I like to contact the company directly, email them, ask them questions, and usually, travel tip number 4 or 5, usually booking directly with the company, you get a better, lower price. So start your search on Airbnb experiences, Vader, then find the company, email them, book directly with them. It's going to be a lot of research and time to do all this, all right? All right? This is where travel agents come into play. They do it all for you, but you're going to pay a big price, okay? You can do it yourself. Not trying to knock any travel agents, because I think I might have a future being a travel agent. We gonna see. Anyhow, so back to dinner in the sky in Dubai. I really wanted to do that. Couldn't afford a flight there. But they have dinner in the sky in other locations, other countries. So guess what? They offer it in Punta Cana. A flight to Punta Cana is under $200. So I booked the flight to Punta Cana and I did dinner in the sky. Okay, yeah. So that is how you book your activities and your excursions on a budget. Let's go to the next step. Remember, I said number 5 was most important, all right? Because we are gathering all of our documents and bringing it all together, all right? If you're traveling internationally, you need to have a passport. If you're going by air, if you're going by boat, you'll be okay with a birth certificate. Now, check and make sure your passports are not expired. Let me get closer. Check and make sure your passports are not expired. Your driver's license is not expired. The credit card you will be carrying is not expired. And while we're talking about money, cha-ching, ching, cha-ching, ching, ching, make sure you check the currency of where you're traveling. Everybody does not accept USD. When I went to Paris, from my research, they did not accept USD. So I brought a credit card that gave me reward points to use while traveling, and it did not charge me international fees. So check with your cards as well to make sure you're not going to get charged international fees. Got it? Great. Next, I am going to recommend that you look into getting traveler's insurance, all right? Before you travel, make sure that you register at the local embassy. You have the phone number written down, the address. No matter how safe an area may be, anything can happen, okay? So make sure you have traveler's insurance. If you have a life insurance policy or renter insurance and policy already, then some things may be covered. Know what's covered in your policy, call them, ask questions, get it in writing so that if something comes up, you know who told you what and you should be covered, all right? Y'all get the drift that I am drifting your way? Okay. Check and make sure what the weather is going to be like. If you know that it's going to be high winds, a possible storm, and let's say back to one of the excursions that you are going to do, let's say it's going to be parasailing. You know, when you on a boat and you flying up in the air. If you know the weather is looking a little cloudy and stormy, don't take your behind out there on no boat trying to parasail. I don't care if they tell you it's okay. It's not. An accident can happen, all right? Even though you got life insurance, traveler's insurance, if you don't understand your policy, that medical visit can cost you a lot of money. And if you don't have the money on hand in cash, they are not going to provide you medical services. Now, this is all depending on where you travel, but most countries, they're going to put a Band-Aid on it and send you out the door. I'm just trying to be real, give you the honest truth, and not make this so glitzy and glammy. It's glitzy and glammy when you follow the proper steps. All right. So now that you got everything out the way, you have made sure your documents are good. Another travel hack, I think we on travel hack number 6 or 7. Make a copy of your passport, credit card, important documents. Keep those on you at all times. Lock your passport up away in your hotel or wherever. Don't travel with that. I'm not trying to say something might happen, but something could happen. But you might lose it. You might jump off a cliff into the water, trying to be cool, have fun, and realize your passport was in your pocket. Now your passport is floating somewhere in the ocean. But if you had left it back at the hotel, locked up, you would still have it. Now how you coming back to America? All right, now it is time to pack and go on our vacation. Leave your travel details with a trusted friend or family member. That way they know where you're going to be at what time. Plan the Itinerary app. So let's say my sister, she know on Tuesday I'm supposed to be doing horseback riding and I haven't been answering my phone, but because I told her I was going with so-and-so company at 10 a.m. to horseback ride, she can contact them and figure out, did I make it to the excursion? No, she didn't make it. Let me call the hotel. Did y'all see her leave? There you go. Stuff happens. Be prepared, have fun. Be prepared, have fun. Oh, another travel hack. Make sure your phone has data and service. Call T-Mobile and say, hey, I'm going to Mexico. Do y'all provide service in Mexico? Guess what they do? You can go to Mexico, talk and text for free. Don't try to do that in Europe. I got a $300 bill because I was calling and texting in Europe and it wasn't free. When you're packing and you're putting your money in your bag, make sure you check and see if there are any restrictions on the amount that you bring, because they may stop you and say, you got too much money, come to the back room with us. You might not leave out of that room with your money. So, and I like to travel with smaller bills so I can give out tips easier depending on the value of the US dollar or whatever the currency is. But I bring a lot of 5s, a lot of 10s, nothing over $20, okay? Just because we are on a budget does not mean we don't tip when we are provided a good service. I'm done talking. I hope this helps you in planning your next vacation. If I forgot something, I'm sorry. I'm only human. I'm not a robot or, whatever. But drop in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions and I will happily answer them. Bye, Glam Crew. I know I said bye. See y'all later. That's the end. But I just remembered I forgot a few things. But guess what? Right here, I am going to put a checklist of important hacks and things that you need to remember when you are going on vacation internationally, when you are planning, just tips that I may have forgot to say in the video. But y'all gonna remind me in the comments. If I forgot something, let me know and I will happily answer them the best way that I can. Now I am done, Glam Crew. Bye.